Welcome to season 2 of Tools of the Humans. New season, new faces. Today I am introducing Matteo Basei Fantolino. Matteo is a new co-host of the show and is an entrepreneur, an investor, a high-performance coach, a researcher at university. Matteo is a multifaceted character. He is busy with many activities and many projects. So let's listen to his words. I am TC and I'll be co-hosting the episode with Matteo Basei Fantolino. Welcome to the show, Matteo. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Tom. We have been in an amazing journey together for this second season of Thought.
Matteo, you're going to be here as a co-host, obviously, of the show. So you're not, but today you are a guest. So people want to know who you are. Just tell us in 100 words, who is Matteo Basei Fantolino?
I'm very glad to.
Only 100, eh?
100. I will try. Well, now I have to follow the timeline because I just start a new master, so a new challenge, as you can say. Now I am in university research here in Turin, the International University College of Turin. I'm doing a Master of Science in Comparative Law, Economic and Finance. And I hope to be in San Francisco as soon as possible because we have this partnership with the University of Law, San Francisco. But first of all, going back, I like to define myself an investor in people, in time, in research, of course, financially speaking, an executive performance coach. So I'm also member of the Serendipity Society, an organization that study and do lobby to organize and to enrich the serendipity as a study. I'm a true believer in serendipity. As Steve Jobs has said more than once in his speech in Stanford, I believe that serendipity is a way of life, a way of living, a way of approach the things.
You are also the creator and the founder of the Circolo dell'Innovazione, the Circle of Innovation. When we talk about the Circle of Innovation, what is your first thought?
It's a think tank. Actually, a think tanks. So we give and receive back gratitudes, and we act in order to generate gratitudes from others, from our peers. We are people passionate about innovation in 360 degrees of whatever it means, especially social innovation, social impact. So we aggregate people that express gratitudes to others and help each other's realizing our dreams become true.
That's very good. I like this approach with generosity, especially for a coach like you, because you are a high performance coach, and so having this aspect of generosity, I think it values your work even more. When you do something just for money, it's one thing. Sometimes you work for living, no? But when you have an approach like this where generosity is your mover, is your driver, then your work is completely different. Now, as a high performance coach, okay, how do you define performance? What is a performance to you? If you have a client or somebody that you're approaching, is like, okay, performance, what is it?
Well, performance is actually the potential you can have less the interference you can have. So you get the performance. But in this formula, it's not only all there, because you can work on your focus, so in your inner world, in your inner mindset, in your inner talking, and in your training. Because for sure, if you train yourself in the right way and manage and you are in harmony with your internal world, then your potential could be totally expressed. And then you can manage the interference so you can get the real performance you can have. And performance is not something fixed, it's always in move. So maybe today you can have a good performance, tomorrow your performance potential could be higher. So we are not looking at your performance as something 100% to achieve, and then that's it. It's something in developing. You have to want, to desire to achieve your performance, to get the feedback from yourself, and to get better. Better on what? Better on the basics, on what you were better of yesterday. So you have to look at outside of you, choose mentorship, choose good people that attract you, bringing them as a possible inspiration, but then challenge yourself, pushing forward every day what you can do, and do it at your best.
You remind me of a book that you like very much, you know, The Infinite Game of Simon Sinek, right? When he says, better is better than best, no? And
Absolutely.
then in the infinite game is the kind of performance that you try to get every day and continuously. But now in your style, okay, uh, how, because we're talking about generosity, how do you integrate, how do you implement this concept of generosity in your style of coaching?
This is very important. And I think it's very correlate to what we were talking before about work for money, or work for passion, or work for a mission, for what you push you forward. I understand that the generosity is one of the very important part of my life and of my acting, doing things. And when I think back to the circle of innovation, without generosity, I will not be able to do quite anything we have done. Indeed, we have arrived to define kind of a formula, kind of approach, a kind of algorithm that defines our generation. We call the U generation, the human generation, the utopian generation. Talks about generosity. So we want to feel the gratitudes, so big gratitudes of something, and dare to other people. It's not easy to dare sometimes, because you have something to dare, you have something to give to others, you have something others have to desire and to catch what you want to do, to give to them. And then the approach you do, the approach in which you give, must be totally out of whatever charge or free. I mean, you have to generate gratitudes in others. Only in that moment you can open the door of serendipity, and you will never know what can find outside that door. But you have to be gratitude, to generate gratitudes, and be ready, be prepared to catch the serendipity.
I think, you know, talking about gratitude reminds me of our last episode where we were chatting with Jim Cook, and he was like, Bill Campbell was generating generosity, was generating gratitude, right?
Absolutely.
Why, why, why did we interview Jim Cook? Why did you
Oh
did
my
you
God.
get in contact with? I mean, like we know how you got in contact, but why Jim Cook and then Bill Campbell represent for you uh, pillars of coaching?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's even correlate to serendipity actually, because this night I went in San Francisco with Matteo Barale, my friends, and we didn't know we will find and meet Jim Cook. And actually, you know, this was serendipity actually, because something happened there. And it's not only that, because it's not only when we met with Jim, but it was even my approach to be gratitude, to express my gratitude to Bill Campbell, that bring us together, me and Jim, to hug each other's, like in the style of Bill Campbell. Bill Campbell was an executive performance coach, or a coach, or a CEO. He was the leader of the company, not because of the title, but because he was pushing all the culture, all the people in the company in which he has worked to grow, to be better. And Jim Cook has been a coachee of Bill Campbell, as such as Steve Jobs, or a lot of people in Silicon Valley. And That's making a lot of difference for them, but also for us, because all the products of the Silicon Valley, all the products of Apple, all the products of the digital world is actually changing our life.
In our chat with Jim Cook, there was once again really a great topic. There was the way that companies and businesses grow up. And I'm not into business per se, because obviously I have a line of business completely different. But I perceive the infinite game in of a life as an athlete, or in my sport journey, or as a fighter pilot in my instructor journey. So what are your key points uh, in your infinite game?
Well, be optimistic for sure. Have a clear analysis of your scenario, and then express your vision of that. So the analysis, and then the actual project you develop about it. Bill Campbell and Jim Cook are a great example for myself. But not only the real life. We can take, and I take a lot of examples from the Disney plus Star Wars character, the Mandalorian. I know you like his as much as so do I. So I always meditate every day, and I always ask myself what those people could do, what's Bill Campbell do, what's Oscar Farinetti do in that occasion, what John L can do, what Mando do, and then try to answer in the very realistic way, and act as I have planned to act.
Now that you're a coach, I mean, you've been working as a coach now, let's say working, or you've been living as a coach, let's say, now for a while. What made you decide to embark in a coaching career? I mean, you obviously you went through an academic phase. You studied university, and then you did your masters in digital technology transformation, right?
Yeah,
And
thanks
now
to
and now you're researching, yeah.
Polytechnic of Turin. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you're researching as well on another topic, which is a legal topic. So, you're always trying to improve yourself and, open,
Yeah, I see a line to connect all these things. But the reason why I start to yeah, the journey about coachings give me the meaning of my work of research in the university now. As you say, now I'm studying a Master of Science in Comparative Law, Economic and Finance, because I need a way to arrive even in connection with the university, because I really want to have impact even on the university level of teaching. Coaching is an approach, first of all. And when you go at university or schools, you have teachers that teach you, or you have educator. But actually, teacher or educator is somebody that put you things inside you, and is sometimes is not taking care of you as a person. It's not taking care of what happened inside you. It's not taking care of what happened when others' insight comes. Coach actually totally reshape this approach and help you find your own meaning, and with your pathway clear, helps you to flourish, to elicitate, to bring out your uniqueness, and then to find what you have to study to get better, what you have to do, what you have to give to others, what's your personal special gift you can give to others. So this is a totally refreshing, totally melted, totally changed in the university approach. And in this area, in this era, when we talk about change, maybe I think about Katie Milkman even. Is a very good university researcher in the US. She's talking about coaching without saying the word coaching, but is always talking about change, how to change. Well, we can even think about be brave and change the university, to change the approach we teach. or we learn instead of looking at what we teach.
Very good. So, if somebody wants to become a high performance coach like you, what is the path?
There are different style of coaching actually, and I strictly believe in the leadership servant leadership, adaptive leadership, and servant leadership. What does it mean? That you are an example, you push forward, you are a pioneer in your field, but also you serve others. You are there to serve others, and only because other people recognize you as a guy, as a leader, actually, as a, yeah, you can coach them because you have been already there before of them, because you can help them to enrich it, to flourish, to helping others to do the same pathway.
That's your style?
That's definitely, it's my approach, my style. And in the next episodes of the, I hope
Yeah,
we'll,
don't spoil, don't spoil, don't spoil.
no,
We're
no,
gonna
I
give
will
it.
not mention it.
We're gonna give
Yeah,
many,
yeah.
many, many.
But for sure, very good example of servant leadership we will have.
As master researcher, and what is your uh, long-term plan? I mean, now you have to finish this one, and obviously it's you're dedicating your time to studying.
Yeah.
But what is the long-term plan for Matteo in terms of coaching, in terms of life?
I think that we are living in a new era, and we are evolving ourselves. So in the long term, the long shot for me will be help organization, help people, help families to face challenge, not only the day by day challenge, but especially the meaning challenge. What does it means? Challenge that worth something, and then focus on the long term, because we are living in the first time of history that we have people born after the internet, and we have, I don't know, 15, 20, 50 years less of people live that is born before the internet. And this is not something as the humanity has ever have. And it's not only that, actually, it's totally changing the cultural transferment between the different generation, because we have always received the knowledge from the pastest generation, and now with the digital, with a lot of other, not only digital but with technology, we have the new generation that can teach, that can share, that can guide the older generation. So this totally change the relationship between the generation. And we also have the first time in history of humanity in which the younger generation all around the world is sharing values, is sharing knowledge, books, web series, films, thanks to internet. And it's never happened before. So we see what is going to happen in the geopolitical area. We will not talk about, but I think it's a lot of young people cannot understand the reason why there is these wars all around the world. And I strictly believe that the people can give you their best, respecting each other's with trust, and we have to be brave. We have to be brave, and coaching can be a possible way to do that, but also reconnect with the nature. I have even a project about nature, coaching in the nature with some food, let's say.
Well, I mean, I know that you have projects with your family that are involving your family heritage, and basically you are deep in the land tissue of Piemonte, no?
Yeah.
What's that? What's the project?
Yeah, actually, I am a wine producer also, because I find that thanks to my grandfather, Sergio Fantolino, that the wine is a very allegoric activity to work in, because the life and the wine has a lot of things in common. Because, yeah, it's not only what you do for yourself, but it's planting a tree in under which you will not sit, because it will be for the next generation. And working for the commons, in Turin we have a lot of definition about, but we can even call Torino as the capital city of the commons of the world, because thanks to Ugo Mattei, but to Enrico Mattei, and a lot of other students, a lot of researcher, has been written a book with the Pope, thanks to Carlin Petrini's Slow Food. I find the wine, for me, it's a very allegoric and way to live life, and a way to say thank you to my grandfather, to my heritage of, about the family, and to reconnect with nature. So maybe in the future I will have like this beautiful landscape of vineyards in which I can organize meetings, seminars, or invite people to just digital detox weekend, or find a way to reconnect with themselves or with their family.
Matteo, you said you are an investor in people, but as far as I'm concerned, I know that you are an investor per se. Uh, why did you start this activity, and what are the areas that are interesting you as an investor?
Yeah, yes, Tommaso, thank you for asking. And I think that the reason is strictly connected again with generosity, with serendipity, and gratitudes. I was reading, I think, the book of Steve Jobs. He was still alive, and I was loving all the products of Apple, actually. And
Who didn't love them?
yeah, yeah, you're right. And yeah, something happened in my mind. I say, I want to meet Steve Jobs. I want to meet these people, very important. Important to me at least. And then I ask myself, how can I meet them? So how can I, maybe that does there is in Turin, in my town in Italy, people like that? If yes, where? And just happened like I connected the dots, and then I realized it was possible to me to invest in Exor. It was the holding company of the Agnelli family. Actually, is the biggest holding company of Europe. At the time, every share was like €5 each. So on the first year, I buy just one share and develop how was possible. I have to say thank you to a professor. It was Walter Cantino from the University of Turin that brings me to the first shareholder meeting of Exor, in which IFI Le IFINT, holding company, merged together into Exor. And then I asked, how can I be there for the next year? How can I be a shareholder? How can I open a bank account for investments? How can I? So these questions guide me during the years and brings me to the time by time to become a coach or an advisor of an M&A firm or investment firm or hedge fund. And I find that that was definitely my loving area. And few things more I would like to say about, slow finance and investments is not about capitalism. It's totally different approach. You have to invest like nature. We have the natural capitalism, like let's say a plant that grow, a vineyard that grow. You have to invest in him. You have to take care of him, and then to take the grapes and so on. But then this means to me even what's the difference between flourishing people, rich people, and poor people. And then thanks to my study in coaching, but not only, I arrived to understand that three main things is the difference. So the correlation, the relationship that the person, the inside in his inner world has with the satisfaction, with the frequency, and with the risk, the pain, especially the pain. Let's make two extreme example. One in one side, one extreme is a drug man.
A drug addict.
A drug man. What is looking for? Immediate satisfaction. Frequency is very low because what he's done, what is he doing? Drugging himself makes he satisfied one times, and that's it. And what about the pain? He push away the pain. So he don't want to have the pain now. He wants satisfaction now to then face pain after, maybe.
Procrastinate, yeah.
Procrastinate. If you take a billionaire, they help me, especially Oscar Farinetti and John Elkann and Sergio Marchionne, they help me understand that these three formula. So the satisfaction, they are not looking for immediate satisfaction. They invest time, knowledge, they motivate people, they invest money to enrich long-term, difficult long-term satisfaction. And frequency, they will have a lot of high frequency of satisfaction because they will invest not in one thing, but in more time, more things with different timeline. So their frequency of satisfaction of investments, now they will get money from investments they have made 10 years, 20 years, 100 years before of different things. And then talking about pain, they want to face the pain. They want to bring the pain and challenge themselves and solve the pain. So pain makes interest as well. If you catch the pain in the front, in the act of now, if I have to do something, then I will receive like a good feelings for, you are an Ironman coach, very, very well. If you eat cake and I don't know, look at Netflix too much before of the training is not good, and then your pain will be with interest. Indeed, if you train yourself looking Netflix, the right things on Netflix, and you eat good, what happened to the pain? So the relationship, the human personal relationship between frequency, pain, and satisfaction make all the difference.
In link in bio, there is also the link to your book. What is it about?
Yeah. On Amazon, there is a book of mine. It was my university thesis that Edizioni Academic University editor in chief. I don't remember
There is
exactly.
the link. I'll put the link in the bio, so no
Thank you,
worries.
thank you. It was about soft skills. It was about the vision and the values of the entrepreneur and how they faced difficulty. So thanks to project management, but not only thanks to coaching, indeed. But always invest in people, always invest in yourself. Taking care of yourself is a sort of investment, indeed. It's the best investment you can do. Coaching yourself and be coachable. Jim Cook talk about the willingness of being coachable, because Bill Campbell always says not everybody can receive the help, the contribute of a coach. So Bill, when he start, always ask the question, are you coachable? Are you coachable? If not, maybe he's not the right person here in the company. So
Or
he
the
was
right time
not the
sometimes.
right times. Yeah, sure. But I don't know. I have the hope that especially abroad, maybe in Italy, it's quite tough. Not, but we can have even a new order of nobility in the world. I don't say nobility as monarchy. I say nobility as a way to help others. Nobilitate yourself. So be better in order to help others to nobilitate themselves.
Sure, sure. This is really valuable. I like when listeners of the show, they can have an insight on the personal journey of the host and the guest. Like particularly of you, so that they can see you as human, no? Talking about
Yeah.
new tools and everything. So,
Sure.
and then, in the show we share so much knowledge. So, thank you very much about what you just said and about sharing your vision of coaching. And then we are gonna use your tools of coaching when we have chats with other guests. So, thank you very much, Matteo.
Thank you, Tommaso. As I started saying that I am an investor, I would like to close like saying to define myself as slow angels. Like, we have business angels. Indeed, in Silicon Valley started this movement of being an investor as a business angels. And actually coaching has prepared the land in Silicon Valley. I think coaching stayed before of, let's say, Silicon Valley, indeed. And as a slow angels, we can study what means slow finance. So taking inspiration from slow food Carlipetrini movement worldwide, why we don't think about what is slow finance in personal life as in the company. So be in the infinite game with Tommaso Cartacci as well.
And Matteo Basei Fantolino. This is Tool of the Humans. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you all.